Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NoGod21. Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Night's Core Campaign. In the last video, we defeated the red dragon known as Klauf, however the fuck you want to pronounce the goddamn thing. He's dead and we got a reward from a Gorgotha here. Now, there's only two things left to do. I say two things because one, we need to become a defense attorney, and two, do every single last piece of the henchman's side quests. Then we can turn in all three words of power to Erangand and complete chapter 3, and then move on to the end of the game. Sounds like a good game plan. Let's get the fuck out of here. Temple of Tyr. Alright then. Rolgon's trial. Nurk, the cleric at Tyr's temple, needs someone to defend Rolgon, an Uthgard tribesman accused of murder. The details of the case are included in a trial notebook, including the names of the witnesses and jurors that must be spoken to, and preparing an adequate case for the excuse me. An adequate case for the defense. Not quace. What the hell's a quace? I know quasar is a thing. When you are ready to start the trial, go to speak to Nurk at the Temple of Tyr. Okay, I need to find... here it is. Defense Council's Journal. This notebook identifies the bearer as an official representative of Tyr's justice in Rolgon's murder trial and explains the rules of court, including the right for a defense counsel to question any of the participants involved before the trial begins. To aid you in your task, Nurk has included notes on the witnesses and jurors and where you might be able to locate them for questioning. Let's see. Witnesses. Rolgon, the accused, currently under protection in the Temple of Tyr. Zed, a Lord Alliance soldier, recently has been spending most of his time in the soldiers' barracks. Lodar, a Lord's Alliance soldier, usually found in the drinking house when not on duty. Vanda, the wife of the accused, spends her time on the plateau by Baron as well. Jurors. The jurors have been selected to ensure a fair representation to all sides in the dispute. Edgar, my assistant, a good and honest man, is usually found here helping out in the temple. Averick, a Lord's Alliance soldier. When not in the company of a female, he can be found at the drinking house. Javon, an Alliance soldier, a reliable young man who spends most of his free time in the barracks. Dalcia, a female ranger. She spends her time living with the Uthgard on the plateau near Barun as well. Paula, a wise woman of the Uthgard. Yada yada yada. Okay, first off, let's just go down the list of witnesses. Rolgon. I want to click the X, not hit the cloak. Oh, wait, wrong person. Wrong door. That's Sergal. There's Nurk. There's Edgar. I want to head through this door. Oh, shut up, Lino.
Sorry.
You are here because Neurek sent you? You are here because of the trial?
Yes, I am to defend you. Tell me what happened. Griff invited me to play a game of shots. Not wanting to spurn this gesture of friendship, I accepted his invitation and the drinks he readily offered me. I began to feel strange. My mind was clouded by more than just ale. I gambled foolishly and lost several personal heirlooms of great religious significance to my tribe. Go on. I returned to my tribe in shame. Vanda, my wife, told me to go back and speak to Griff, to humble myself and beg him to return our religious heirlooms in exchange for the promise of much gold later on. But Griff attacked me before I could speak my offer. I killed him to save my own life. There was no other choice. I fled to this temple, barely escaping a mob of soldiers seeking my blood to avenge Griff. Nurek gave me sanctuary, but only if I vowed to submit a trial to determine my fate. Can you tell me anything else? We Uthgard are different than you. Our ways and customs may seem strange. They call us savages, and pagans, and drunks, and thieves. This is how the Lord's Alliance sees us, and that is why I am called a murderer for defending myself. We of the Black Lion tribe are a noble people. I am no heathen savage, no vile killer. I pray to Uthgar that you can see this and help me. I will do my best, Rolgan. Go if you wish. I must stay here, though my heart aches to return to my tribe. When the trial is over, Uthgar willing, I'll be allowed to return to my home. Alright, so we spoke to the accused. Sounds like someone was drugging his drinks. Although it doesn't... That explains why he gambled away religious artifacts, but I don't understand why Griff would actually attack him for no good reason. Okay, who's next on the list? Zed. Soldiers' Barracks. And then the drinking house. I'm assuming by Soldiers' Barracks they mean Mercenary Enclave, well, whatever. Come on, go through the fucking door. Thank you. Javon, male soldier, female soldier. Zed, there he is. This better be a point, as I don't feel like chatting. It's bad enough my leg is killing me, but now I gotta be a witness at this murder trial too. What happened to your leg? My leg is none of your business. Go find someone else to bother. Leave me alone. Excuse me, sir. I'm not done talking.
I greet you.
Before you tell me to shove off, I'm the defense counsel for Rolgan. Huh, so you're the sucker in the egg rope to defend that savage. Tough break. Here the case is open and shut. I saw that Uthgar grab Griff with my own two eyes. Ran right through. Griff was dead before he even hit the ground. Do you know why they were having an altercation? Gambling debt. Griff had won a bunch of money off the Uthgar, and I guess the savage didn't like it. He had been drinking, so I guess it's no surprise he lost his temper. I get the feeling you're holding back on me, Zed. Hey, all I know is what I saw. Griff is dead, and that Uthgar killed him. Sure as I am with this paint eating away on my leg. What's wrong with your leg? My leg is none of your damn business. I already told you this. Now leave me alone, damn it. No, we're not through here, sir.
I greet you.
We are not done here. Is there anything else you could tell me, sir? No, I already told you what I know. Well, the pain won't be on anything in your leg if you're holding back on me. Blah, blah, blah. Blowouts, toss around threats don't scare me. Go find someone else to bother. You know what, sir? You don't seem to be very impartial for this matter. Does it look like I actually care? Well, this guy's a lost cause. Okay, let's head to the drinking house then. Do. Feels good to be drinking tea. Lodar, there you are. Look, don't bother me right now. I got a lot on my mind. What, with this trial and all? Oh, I know all about that. I'm the defense attorney for Rolgan. Funny, you don't look like a lawyer, but that ain't my business, I guess. You want to ask me some questions? Go ahead. Tell me what happened. Griff and that Uthgar were playing cards, gambling. Griff won a lot of money, so much that the Uthgar had to give him some of his jewelry to cover the debt. Real fancy looking stuff. Later that night, Griff went outside. I heard him shout and I rushed out to see him and that Uthgar smashing swords. I guess the Uthgar was better at it than Griff. I can't believe I had to testify about this. I've never been to a trial before. Don't get so worked up about the trial. Barkeep, drink for my friend Lodar here, please. I'm buying. Hey, you're alright, brother. Good luck in that trial. Thanks for the drink. If you need anything else, I'll be right here. Until the trial is over, they got me off active duty, so I plan on spending my time here in the drinking house. Well, let's keep asking Lodar some questions, shall we?
Well met.
Hey, I remember you. You're the lawyer. Mighty kind of you to buy me that drink. How about a refill? Bartender, another round. Thanks, I needed that. Too bad you're trying to get Griff's killer off. I kinda like you. You're a nice man. Not like Griff. He was always getting into trouble, picking fights, that kind of thing. Kind of a racist, too. Always been going on about the Uthgar being drunks and thieves and such. Well, maybe Griff's to blame for the fight with the Uthgar. Maybe, but I shouldn't be speaking ill of the dead. Griff had some ugly secrets, but now's not the time to drag it all out. Secrets? What kind of secrets? I really shouldn't tell you. Griff was a friend, after all. Hey, aren't we friends? Have another drink on me and let's talk about this. Sure, why not? Bartender, another round. Griff's gone anyway, so who cares if anyone finds out, right? Griff had a nasty habit of spiking the drinks people he was gambling against. He figured it would give him an edge over them, make their mind all hazy. Not really sporting, but that's the kind of guy Griff was. Anything else you can tell me for the trial? Nah, I told you pretty much everything I know already. If you need anything else, I'll be right here. I'm on after... Okay, I think I gave him too much to drink. Well... Lodar has obviously given us the downside on Griff's character, which he likes to spike their drinks. Although the reason why he was attacking hasn't been brought up yet. Most likely to cover his tracks, but who knows. Okay, let's speak to the wife of the accused to get her opinion on this matter. As if I can even find her. What's her name again? Vanda. Okay, that's Delcia. That's a juror. Vanda, there you are.
Yes? What?
Again, with the accents on women. I can't even do accents normally.
I am sorry, were you speaking to me? Forgive my distraction, I am worried about my husband's upcoming trial.
Well, I am representing your husband in this trial.
Representing my husband? I am sorry, but the ways of your justice system are unfamiliar to we people of the Black Lion tribe. Are you friend or foe?
I would say I'm a friend. I'm afraid I have to ask you some questions, though.
The prisoner said I would have to answer the questions he put to me with complete honesty. It was as if he expected me to lie. He knows nothing about the honor of our tribe. Ask away, I have nothing to hide.
Well, tell me about what happened the night Griff was killed.
My husband returned home late. He had been drinking. But there was something else. He seemed different. As if more alcohol were at work on his mind. When he told me he had gambled away the heirlooms of our family, precious stones sanctified by the priest of Uthgar, I knew something was very wrong. He was not in his right mind, or he would never have wagered these sacred stones on a game of chance.
Please, go on.
I accepted to ask the man Griff to exchange the heirlooms. We offered to pay him gold in exchange. It would have been far more than he could ever sell the heirlooms for. Their religious significance to the Black Lion tribe far exceeds their material worth. But the soldier attacked my husband, and Rolgan was forced to kill Griff to preserve his own life. He fled to the temple seeking sanctuary. A mob of Griff's enraged friends close on his heels.
Anything else you could tell me?
Please help my husband. They are portraying him as a drunken pagan savage. This is how they view all that you've got. We are a noble people, but if Rolgan is convicted, the hurtful stereotype will only get stronger. I wish I could be of more help, but all I can do is pray Uthgar grants you blessing in this matter, and wisdom.
Well, okay. We spoke to all the witnesses. That just leaves the jurors. Whew, okay. Thankfully, Paul and Isia are right here for us to talk to.
Why have you come to seek the counsel of this old woman?
The priest Nurik sent me. I am representing Rogan in the upcoming trial.
The life of one of my people is in your hands. I will aid you as best as I can. There is little I can do. The ways of justice among the Lords of Alliance are unknown to me.
Well, what do you think about this case?
I am very disappointed in Rogan. Our tribe constantly struggles against the stereotype of the drunken savage, yet Rogan allowed himself to fall under the influence of alcohol. This is the result.
Sounds like you think he's guilty of the crime.
That remains to be seen. Rogan is a symbol of our people. I pray he's not guilty of what they claim, but my duty in this trial is clear. Nurik has explained the vow I have taken as juror. If the evidence shows Rogan let alcohol cloud his mind so that he killed a man without reason, I must return the verdict of guilty. The trial is not the way of our tribe, but I must follow Nurik's rules in this matter. We of God cannot risk the wrath of the Lord's Alliance by defying the High Priesthood here. I fight Rogan is not a sacrifice for the good of the entire tribe, but if it must be, it must be.
Well, Paula, I'll be leaving now.
Go with the blessing of the Black Lion tribe.
Oh, this is definitely going to be taxing on my vocal cords, I can tell you that already. Alright, Dalcia.
On behalf of the Black Lion Uthgar tribe, I welcome you to this camp.
I'm assuming you are Dalcia. I am representing Rogan at his murder trial.
Ah, yes. Nurik mentioned he was seeking someone to defend Rogan in this trial. I hope you truly appreciate the situation you have gotten yourself into. The Uthgar are a noble people, but their culture and beliefs seem strange to the Lord's Alliance. Often the Uthgar are victims of prejudice and hatred simply because of who they are.
Sounds like you think Rogan is innocent.
I will wait until the trial before I make that decision, of course. I only wanted you to be aware of the fact that Rogan is an Uthgar who might have something to do with him being on trial.
Very well, I'll be going now.
You are welcome to explore the tribal camp. I only ask that you respect the ways of the Black Lion tribe and treat the Uthgar with the honor they deserve.
Well, I've already done that. Okay, that's two of the jurors talked to. We could bribe them, but we're not going to do that. We will be a respectful lawyer of the law and not swing things in our favor by the loads of cash that we have in our pockets. We're gonna be proper fucking defense attorneys, not sleazebags. Although I pay the defense attorneys who have to actually defend people who are legitimately guilty of a crime. Ah, the poor bastards. You get stuck defending an actual criminal and you have to prove that they didn't commit the crime, which is hilarious. What's the point of having a trial if the person is actually 100% guilty? With evidence that actually supports the claim, what's the point? Okay, barracks, drinking house, and Edgar. Okay, so let's head back to the barracks. Thankfully, this area is just pretty self-contained. It's very easy to find the fuckers. Not the drinking house. I want to head to the barracks. Javan? What do you want?
man.
You hear about the trial? Yes, Nurik sent me. I'm representing Rogan. I figured as much. I had never been on a jury before. I've seen my share of trials, but usually from the prisoner's box. What do you want to know? I'm preparing my case. What do you think about this trial? Looks to me like a bar fight got out of hand. You too many drinks in you and you act stupid. I've been there myself, though I ain't never killed no one. But you know what makes me mad about this case? The people who run around saying that the only reason the guy is on trial is because he's an Uthgar. I ain't no Uthgar, I've been on trial a bunch of times. Sounds like you're trying to keep an open mind. I know what it's like. Sometimes you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could be that's what happened to this Uthgar. I kinda hope you get him off. I hate to have to sentence the poor guy to execution, but I got to give an honest verdict. Nurik says it's my duty. Not much more I can tell you. Hope you got what you were looking for. Good luck in the trial. Okay, so we got one that's almost guaranteed innocent, one that's open-minded, one that's on the fence so far. And we need to talk to Maverick and Edgar. So let's head to the drinking house. Then head back to the Temple of Tyr and get this shindig started. Oh boy. Oh, that felt good to crack the neck. Ah, Maverick, there you are. Shove off, buddy. These open sores on my face make it tough enough to attract the ladies like your ugly mug hanging around cramping my style. I'm here to talk to you about Rogan's trial. Oh, that prissy priest Nurk must have sent you. Can't figure out why that sawed-off runt wanted me on the jury. Guess he figured I'd be impartial since I hate all races, colors, and creeds equally. What a very enlightening attitude you have there. What can I say? You get down to the filthy gutters and everyone's crap stinks the same. What are your feelings about the case? Griffin was a rotten bastard, and the youth got this all fair by offing him. But if we let him go, we might have a drunken savages running around through the streets sacrificing us to our goat gods, you know? Sounds like you figure he's already guilty. The only good thing about the youth god is his wife. I can't wait to see her testifying up at the trial. She's one fine piece of meat, hoo-hee. I went, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, this is a vile, disgusting human being. And it says he's a vile, disgusting human being. It's time to get off my high horse and actually do something about this. Is there any way I can guarantee you to find Rogan not guilty for this case? If you're offering me a bribe, I'm all ears. How does 300 gold sound? Pleasure doing business with you. Don't worry, I'll vote to let that Oofgot go free. But the rest of the jurors are still your problem, not mine. Now shove off and leave me alone until after the trial, or people might get suspicious. I don't want news of this getting back to Nurik. Well, that was easy. Foul, disgusting person. You know, it's one thing to have rather. How can I explain this? It's one thing to have those kind of thoughts about women in general. It's another thing to actually say them in public. As long as you keep your thoughts to yourself, you can think whatever the fuck you want as far as I'm concerned. But if you're gonna speak in public, have some fucking tact. Be rather subtle. Compliment them. Don't eye them like they're a fucking piece of meat for you to eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet. You fucking assholes. I am really, really tempted just to talk to that goddamn gnome. I mean halfling. Short midget woman. Okay, the only thing left to do is actually talk to Edgar. Edgar. Welcome to the Temple of Tyr. Should you require the services of the priests, please speak to Nurik. Actually, I'm here about Rogan's trial. Of course, of course. Nurik has done me a great honor by selecting me for the jury in this case. I'm looking forward to performing my duties in the admiration of Tyr's justice. And how do you feel about this case? Even though I disapprove of the youth god's worship of a pagan god, I am not going to prejudge him. The real culprit in this crime is the demon alcohol. Of course, the alcohol does not excuse youth god's behavior. Anyone who lets himself get drunk must bear the consequences of his actions. This is why I so strongly disapprove of consuming alcoholic beverages. But I am keeping an open mind. I wish you well in this case, my lord. May the justice of Tyr be served. Well, alright. We've spoken to all the witnesses. We've spoken to all the jurors. We guaranteed at least one innocence by paying him 300 gold pieces. Actually, now that we know what Griff did, let's talk to Rolgun, see if he has anything new for us.
You are here because Neurek sent you.
Anything else? Nope, okay. Okay, Nurig. Well, hello again, Jack. Welcome back to the temple of the just God. Forgive me if I seem somewhat distracted. Rolgod's impending trial has been a bit of ass sorts. I have completed my investigations. I am ready to begin Rolgod's trial. Are you quite certain, my lord? Once the trial begins, it cannot be ended prematurely, or Rolgod's life will be forfeit. I'm ready. Let's begin. Excellent. I'll know all parties involved are anxious to settle this matter. I'll send word to the prosecutor and everyone else involved. The rules of these proceedings are simple. The jurors will listen to the evidence and testimony. As the trial progresses, they will use swords and torches I have given them to indicate either guilt or innocence. Whenever a juror feels the accused is guilty, they will hold forth the sword in the right hand to symbolize the swift strike of justice. If they feel the accused is innocent, they will hold up the torch to symbolize the burning light of truth shining on this trial. Sounds rather simple. A sword for guilty, a torch for innocent. As the jurors' views are swayed, so shall the implement they hold forth change. A juror who is undecided will hold forth neither sword nor torch. 3 jurors must be convinced of the accused innocence for Rolgon to go free. What we have now begun cannot end until justice is served. If the trial is interrupted or broken up before its proper completion, the accused shall be found guilty, regardless of the status of the jurors. Is this clear? I understand. 3 jurors or more must be holding a torch to get Rolgon acquitted. And if I end the conversation before we're done, Rolgon suffers. Now that we all here, the trial can begin. Remember, if you quit the trial before it's rifled in, Rolgon's life is forfeit. Fancy.
My name is Egland of the Swift Sword. I am the special prosecutor in the investigation of the death of the Lord's Alliance mercenary known as Griff. And I would like to remind the jury that I
Your
have never
face
lost a
does
case.
not match with your
Never.
voice, and neither does your body. The witnesses have been sworn in. May the light of justice shine upon this trial and expose any lies in their testimony. To begin my case, I would like to question Lordar, an eyewitness to the events. I'm here, Your Honor. I'm not the judge, Lordar, just the prosecutor. You don't have to be so formal. Just call me sir. Please tell us what happened in your own words. Well, sir, it was the night, and Griff was outside in the barracks. All of a sudden, we heard the shout, and we ran out, and Griff and that Oofgot, there were going at each other with weapons drawn. Okay, so we have... I guess the bribe actually worked. Before we could step in, that savage stabs Griff right in the gut and runs off. We ran to get the cleric, but then we were too late. Griff was gone. That savage killed him. That is all I require from this witness. Word up for me, we can end this trial right now and declare Rolgon guilty. But custom dictates I allow the defense to question the witness if they wish. I am ready for your questions, Lord Jack. Tell me, Lodar, can you tell me how Griff felt towards the Youthgot? He didn't like them much. He was always complaining about them as damn savages and filthy Youthgot. Always picking fights with them, looking for trouble. So this fight could have been started by Griff? Won't be the first time he let his temper get the better of him. Always was a bit of a hothead, especially when it came to those Youthgot. He hated them something fierce. Was the Youthgot in his right mind, or did he seem intoxicated to you? He was pretty drunk. So drunk that he didn't know what he was doing? I guess so. Don't know if that's a good excuse, though. Isn't it true that Griff spiked Rogon's drink earlier that evening? Yeah, he wanted to mess the Youthguard up so he could beat him at college, you know? Make him not think straight. So, Griff is probably to blame for his own death? Well, it was his fault the Youthguard was doped up. Maybe if Rogon was in the right mind, he wouldn't have killed Griff. Did you see who actually started this fight? No, they were going at it by the time we got there. So, maybe Griff started the fight, Rogon was just defending himself. Yeah, I guess. Could be Griff started it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no more questions for this witness. If the defense counsel has finished trying to obscure the truth, I will call Zed, my next witness. Zed, tell the court what you witnessed on that night. Right, sir, well, it's like what I said. Griff was outside, we heard him shout, we run out, and the youth guard sticks a blade in Griff's belly. Then the savage runs off to the tip of our sanctuary like some kind of coward. Well spoken, Zed. He ran off like a murderous coward. Obviously, he's guilty. They always run when they're guilty. This case might be my easiest one yet. Your witness, Jack. I'm ready to answer this man's questions. You never actually witnessed the start of the fight, did you? No, I didn't see you start the fight. So yeah, it could have been Griff, that's what you're getting at. Don't you think that Rogan's judgment was empowered by all the alcohol he had consumed? Sure, he was drunk, but that don't mean you go get to kill people. You have to know how to hold your drinks, right? Know your limits? Well, Griff had spiked Rogan's drink that night, right, Zed? Yeah, he put something in Rogan's drink, made his mind fuzzy so he didn't really understand what he was doing. Don't you think that's a mitigating circumstance in what happened? I don't know what mitigating means, but Griff shouldn't have spiked that Uthgod's drink. That's wrong. Griff was always doing stupid stuff like that. I have no further questions for this witness. If the defense has finished with their blathering, the prosecution has only one witness left. I call him Vanda, the wife of the accused.
I am here. Ask your questions.
I sense hostility on your part, young lady. Please remember, I am only doing my job. It's not my fault your husband had to go on a killing spree. England! I've given you a lot of leeway in this case, but you are coming very close to crossing the line of what is acceptable. Sorry, Your Honor. But this woman's looking at me like she wants to kill me. What's her and her family?
Neither my husband nor I would ever commit vile murder. We Uthgar are honorable people.
Yes, you Uthgar take on it very seriously. Wasn't Rogan ashamed of having given away everything he owned? Didn't he want anything to do anything to wipe away that shame?
Yes, but he wouldn't have killed that man.
So you say. But we know how strong Uthgar honor is, and Rogan is a proud warrior. Surely a jury as intelligent and attractive as this one must realize that his pride would have driven Rogan to kill Griff in a desperate attempt to salvage his wounded honor. Defense may cross-examine now. I have no further questions for this witness, since she all but admitted her husband is a rampaging serial killer. England, don't push me! Sorry, Judge, I won't say another word while the Honorable Lord Jack tries to defend these crimes.
I am ready for your questions, Lord Jack.
Tell me why you sent your husband to see Griff.
I told Rogan to go speak with Griff, to beg him to return the heirlooms he had taken from us, to appeal to Griff's sense of decency. My husband is no killer. He only went back because I accepted their talk with Griff.
Tell me the significance of the heirlooms your husband had gambled away.
These are more than just heirlooms. They are artifacts of great religious significance to the Black Lion tribe. Their honor is greater than mere money, while they mean more than life itself to the worshippers of Uthgar.
More than life itself? So what was Griff, a human sacrifice to Uthgar in one of your savage pagan rituals? England! Such comments are not appropriate. The Uthgar beliefs may be different than our own, but they are not on trial here. Please, Jack, continue with your questions. I have no more questions for Vanda. If it pleases the court, the prosecution has arrested its case. Can't we just start the execution now? No? Okay, defense may call their witnesses if they wish, though I hardly see the point. I am ready for closing arguments. I shall move to my closing arguments. This will be short, since the Uthgar are so obviously guilty. Rogan owed Griff money. Two witnesses saw Rogan kill Griff. What could be more so simple? We have heard how much the Uthgar valued their rooms gambled away. A proud Uthgar warrior would do anything to get those religious artifacts back, even kill the man who had taken them. Do your duty, members of the jury. Find Rogan guilty of murder and let justice be done. Such is the will of Tyr. If it pleases the court, the prosecution rests. Jack, you may make your closing arguments now. The prosecution witnesses never saw who started the fight, So, we must accept Rolgon's claim of self-defense as truth. A hardly convincing argument. We all know that Griff was a violent man who hated the youth god. He probably started the fight himself. Luckily, there are no witnesses to disprove this claim. England, be quiet. Also, Griff had spiked Rolgon's drink, making Rolgon more prone to act rather irrationally. Sure, blame the victim. I'm warning you, England. The defense rests its case. The Nastier's representative overseeing this trial shall now proclaim judgment in this case. By the light of Teo's truth, may justice be done. The verdict is clear. A 4-1 decision to acquit. Rolgon, you are free to go, as are the rest of you. The court thanks you for your time. But this is impossible. I never lose. I'm England, the Swift Sword. I'm the greatest prosecutor who ever lived. The jury must have been bribed. I demand an appeal. This is an outrage. England, your work here is done. I suggest you leave before I write you up for your loutish behavior during these proceedings. You are a disgrace to the hallowed halls of this temple. Jack, come speak to me when you wish to receive your just reward for your services here. Well, that was fun. You are called upon to do your duty administering justice of Teo's court, Jack. The church is grateful that you answered the call. You performed your duties with grace and excellence. A 4-1 verdict in this trial is truly impressive and leaves no little doubt as to Rolgon's true innocence. Teo's justice is swift, as is his rewarding of those in his service. Please accept this token on behalf of our temple as a reward for your services. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Jack? No, Nurk, I'll be leaving now. Go with Teo's blessing. So yeah, that's Nurik's trial. 1,500 gold pieces and 936 experience points. Now, your reward on this side quest actually depends on how well you do in the trial. Of course, you could all just, of course, if you were an evil son of a bitch, you could just bribe every single fucking person there. And get a 5-0 ratio, but, who cares about doing that shit? Well then, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to do all the companion side missions. Yay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Son of a bitch. They're all in Erengen's lodge. Fuck. Please don't tell me he immediately starts talking to me as soon as I walk in. No? Oh, thank God. I was worried I actually have to initiate dialogue with him for this to work. Whew. I was a bit worried there. Good tea. But I'm going to call it here, folks. We basically became attorney at law. That's always fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been NoGod21. This has been Let's Play Neverwinter Night's Court Campaign. In the next video, we shall finish off the companion storylines and talk to Erengen, determine the words of power, and complete Chapter 3. But until then, thanks for watching, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see y'all next time.
Goodbye, and good luck.